Hello there and welcome back to That Park Place. My name is Vash Sky and taking you through a new key that just made its debut at the Disneyland Resort. Well, here we go from Scott Gooston. Very interesting stuff coming out of the DLR recently. A new Magic Key Pass Explorer Key will be available for new purchases on January 13th. Price, $9.99. As a result, the Enchant Key is no longer available for new purchases and is available for renewals through January 13th. Oh, how incredibly interesting this is. It appears that the Explorer Magic Key will be replacing the Enchant Key, previously available, I believe, for $9.74. So this is about a $25 increase. And what they're saying between the Explorer Key and the Enchant Key, the big difference is that there will be enhanced summer access. Because as we know from Walt Disney World, for example, Walt Disney World, the summer hasn't really been that fantastic for them, right? We've seen a diminishment of people actually going to the summer, and well, that has resulted in lower days that we've been seeing there. I think it's the Q3 for Disney there that reflected in those attendance numbers at Walt Disney World. You can see right here that with the previous Enchant Key, June and July basically booked out completely. Now Scott Gooston is reporting that this Explorer Key will have some weekdays included, both maybe in June and July right there. Very, very interesting stuff. Instead of actually altering this blockout calendar for the Enchant Key, well, they've introduced a new product effectively. And that's the thing. People are complaining at this point how much access they can actually get with their existing keys. Now you're adding a new key or ticket into the mix? Oh, I don't think this is going to go over well. To illustrate what I'm talking about here, unlike Walt Disney World, you have a reservation system that people must adhere to over there with the Magic Key system at Disneyland. And if you have the highest tier key, that is almost a $2,000 pass at this point, this is your reservation calendar that you use to actually book a reservation for the Disneyland Resort. You can see right there. This is December 4th, the time of this recording right here. And there's only 3 days available at this point. December just started. And you're only looking at 3 days that you can actually visit during this time. And that's the thing. When you look at the holidays and the holiday offerings at Disneyland Resort, they're only available for 54 days of a 365-day calendar. It's from November 14th to January 7th, 2026. And so it's like you only have 54 days to really take advantage. If you're a Magic Key holder, let's say you're an Inspire Key holder because that's the highest tier, you're thinking, okay, well, I can go every single one of those days. Well, you can't, because no matter what key type you have, the last 2 weeks or so, the last 10 days of December are blocked out. You can't go. Doesn't matter if you pay $2,000 for your pass, you cannot go. So that only leaves 44 days by which people can actually take advantage of these holiday offerings. But here's the other catch right here. Because Disney doesn't afford all of its capacity to Magic Key holders. Oh, no. They limit it to, let's say, about half. I think it's about half. It could fluctuate given the day, but let's say it's effectively half. So Disneyland Park, for example, right? You have a maximum capacity of 60,000 guests. Well, when you take half away and dedicate that half to Magic Key holders, well, now guess what? You only have 30,000 for which to work with. So 30,000 times 44 days that you can get access to these parks via your Inspire Key, for example. Well, that's only 1.3 million slots that are actually available at any one time. So what does that mean? That means that, let's say if you have 1 million annual pass holders on the system, they can only go really effectively one time during December month. And you know there are going to be people who are going to, I don't want to say game the system, but they're going to use their 6 reservations that they're handed and utilize those multiple times during December. That means that the amount of differing individuals that can actually use their Magic Keys during this time goes down to practically nothing. I would be surprised if 30% of distinct individuals with Magic Keys can actually go during the holiday season at Disney Resort in late November, December. And so it's like, now you're going to be adding on a new product to this with this Explorer Key. This has left many people frustrated. And unfortunately, with them implementing all this artificial scarcity, we're seeing a really bad knock-on effects from all of this. I want to go ahead and show you this from Theme Park IQ. This is the restaurant hours that have been reduced leading up to this year's holiday season. You can see right here that a lot of these restaurants are either reducing hours in the morning or at night or both. And so it's like, now you have less eateries from which to eat at. We've already covered how they've been reducing hours during the holiday season. So previously they closed at midnight. Now they're closing at 11. And that reduces the amount of hours that ticket holders or key holders can actually get access to Disneyland, to get access to Disney California Adventure. It's just an absolute mess. And so when you look at something like this, it's like, well, what are the effects of this? Well, obviously, they're going to have to reduce the hours of cast members to reflect these hours. But what other effects could we see? Well, we could see a diminishment of the food. We could see a diminishment of the portion sizes. All these kinds of things because they wanted to implement systems like Lightning Lane. They wanted to reduce access for Magic Key holders. They're just not generating the business that they used to, especially in this economic volatile time right here. This is just not the way to treat the guests. I would think Disney is doing something about it with this Explore Key and adding access via the summer, something that they should do because they have just been getting, unfortunately, killed with how they've been reducing summer access. Again, they've been shooting themselves in the foot right there. But when I think about how this resort used to operate and how much business used to be generated from this resort specifically, I would have to think it would be more than what we're seeing right now because restaurant reservations are more available than they ever have been. That shouldn't be the case right there. These restaurants should be booked out. If you're reducing hours, let's say from midnight to 11, that reduces your revenue generation as well. And I would think that maybe they're forecasting that the amount of revenue that they actually generate is not offset by the amount they're charged in labor. And that's a really bad place to be. So many things are happening at Disneyland Resort that have diminished this product to such a fantastic degree. It's really unfortunate. We'll have to see how pass holders actually take this. I know there has been a lot of grumbling online regarding the amount of access that people can actually get when it comes to the holiday season. My solution might be, hey, look, listen, if you have to live with this reservation system, if you have to restrict access to these parks, then at least extend the Christmas time celebration so that more people can get access to it. Why have it end January 7th? Look, Disney spends all this money to get these decorations up. You might as well go mid-January, even longer than that. I think that would be a decent compromise, but we'll have to see what they end up doing. January is a big refurbishment time for them. It looks like summer might be a big refurbishment time in the future. That's going to be interesting to watch because previously that hasn't been the case. It looks like the holiday season, if you want to go during a beautiful time, and two, with all the attractions running, the holiday season is going to be where it's at, I think. Maybe a short window with spring break, but I'm not so sure. Anyway, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you what you think about all of this because I think this is unbelievably fascinating what we're seeing right here from the Disneyland Resort. On the one hand, it's like, hey, we're providing more access to annual pass holders or Magic Key holders via this new pass, this Explore Key, but what consequences stem from that? And can anybody please get access to Disneyland during the holiday season? That would be nice, but c'est la vie. That's what we're seeing right here. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this, and please let me know if you enjoy this video by hitting that thumbs up or that thumbs down. I'll go ahead and accept either. If you have any hype points, well, that would help us out tremendously. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? We've got all kinds of great content, and if you think that this video can actually help somebody, if they're thinking about getting into a Magic Key system or not, hey, go ahead and share this out. I think it would be helpful. There's a lot of information here. Hopefully it wasn't information overload, but you let me know. And remember, make sure to follow That Park Plays for all the news. That should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.